When one man stepped into the Oval Office in January 2017, he didn't just begin a presidency, he launched a challenge to the established world order, a vision of power shaped by deals, disruption, and domination. This is the story of Donald J. Trump versus the world, how he tried to redraw global power. If you want deeper breakdowns of global power plays, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. For decades, the United States has held the mantle of global superpower, with military bases around the world, the dollar dominating global trade, and alliances built after W. Huike. The U.S. wielded influence like no other. But by the time 2017 arrived, cracks had begun to show. China's rise, Russia exerting itself, a changing global economy. Trump arrived with the question, why should we keep playing by old rules? And he said, we won't. The concept of American primacy in geopolitics, e.g., the book The Grand Chessboard by Zbigniew Brzezinski, laid out the idea of Eurasia as a key arena. The traditional U.S. system of alliances, trade, soft power. Trump's campaign promise, America first, and the implicit break from tradition. One of Trump's first moves on the world stage was economic. Not tanks, but tariffs. With the U.S. running huge trade deficits and American manufacturing under pressure, he declared a war of commerce against China, against the EU, against anyone he deemed unfair. The message, if you want to play, you pay by our rules, or you face the consequences. But that's not quite how the world works. In doing so, Trump challenged both friends and foes. Allies found the rules changing, rival powers found cracks they could exploit, and the world watched. Power isn't just economics, it's alliances, institutions, shared frameworks. Under Trump, those too came under fire. He criticized NATO members for not spending enough, threatened to withdraw, questioned multilateral treaties, walked away from the Paris Climate Agreement. The message, these institutions served America, but not always America first. The result? Uncertainty. Allies questioned commitment. Rivals saw openings. Trump at NATO Summit 2018 demands for 2% GDP spending, withdrawal from Paris 2017, shift in U.S. posture toward multilateral institutions. When the anchor of global order shifts, someone else begins to steer. Unlike previous presidents who followed diplomatic norms, Trump brought negotiation theater. He met face-to-face with North Korea's Kim Jong-un. He challenged Russia's Vladimir Putin. He brokered Middle East deals. His style, bold, transactional, unpredictable. The world had to pay attention. Examples: Singapore Summit 2018 with Kim, U.S.-China trade talks, Abraham Accords in Middle East, sort of triggered by Trump administration. The world of diplomacy changed from quiet corridors to tweet storms and stadium rallies. But beneath the spectacle was a strategy. Disrupt the old page, deal from strength, make your own terms. Economic and diplomatic power is one thing, but when push comes to shove, power projects through force. Under Trump, the U.S. still showed muscle, but with a twist. He promised to bring troops home, reduce endless wars, but also demanded allies pick up the tab. The message, we'll protect you, but we'll make you pay. That recalibration sent shockwaves across theaters from the Persian Gulf to the South China Sea. Key points, U.S. withdrawal from Syria, 2018. Increased pressure on NATO allies, pivot toward Indo-Pacific and alliances like Quad. In the chessboard of global force, Trump flipped the pieces. How did the world respond? Some with relief, others with concern. Power isn't just tanks and trade. It spreads through ideas, through culture, through movements. Trump's era saw the rise of populism globally. His model, loud, nationalist, disruptive, echoed from Brazil to Hungary to India. The question, did America lose the monopoly on ideology, or did it export a new one? America's soft power shift, rise of nationalist movements and how Trump's style influenced them, media, social platforms, echo chambers. The world watched Washington less like a leader and more like a mirror, reflecting anxieties, aspirations, and rebellion. Every action has a reaction. Tariffs sparked retaliations. Allies grew wary. Rivals saw openings. The global system shifted under Trump? Yes, but not always in ways he foresaw. The world became less predictable. Power dynamics changed. And when the presidency ended, the question remained, what was gained? What was lost? Supply chain disruptions, post-trade wars, U.S. credibility among allies, China accelerating its Belt and Road strategy, China accelerating its Belt and Road strategy. Whether you see Trump as hero or disruptor, myth or menace, the fact remains, the game board changed. So, did Donald Trump control the world? Not quite. But he tried to redraw the map of power. He shook the pillars, he rewrote the rules, he challenged the old guard, The world responded, it adapted. And the legacy? Still being written. If you want deeper dives into each region, each deal, and each move, click subscribe, hit the bell, and let us dig it all out together. Because when one man challenges the world order, the world doesn't just watch. It fights back. It changes.